Good morning, students. I am Mr. Prakash, and today we will be looking at new topics of Chapter 1. We start with map. What is a map? Map is a representation of the earth as a whole or a part drawn on a flat surface according to a given scale. We must understand this definition. Map is a representation of the earth on a flat surface. A globe shows us earth spherically, whereas map is representation of the earth on a flat surface. We can say it uses pages to show earth's surface. Map is drawn according to a given scale. What is this scale? Scale is an essential feature of a map. It is not possible to show places on maps in their actual proportions. Therefore, the places are reduced in size when they are represented on a map. This reduction is based on a scale. A scale is the ratio between the distance on a map and the actual distance on the ground. An atlas is a collection of maps in a book form. I am sure that you all have seen an atlas. It is a collection of maps in a book form. Merits. Point number 1. Map is easy to handle and carry. Since it is the representation of the earth on a flat surface, it can be rolled up, it can be folded, therefore it is easy to handle and carry. Point number 2. All details like physical, political, climatic, vegetation, soil and agriculture can be shown on a map. A globe does not deal with all these aspects of the earth, whereas a map does. Point number 3. It is easy to store a map. Since it can be folded, it can be rolled up, therefore it is easy to store. Detailed information of even small areas can be shown. A globe does not show us the detailed information of small areas, whereas a map shows us the small areas with all the details. Demerits of map. Point number 1. Map does not represent the earth's surface like a globe. Since it is the representation of the earth on a flat surface, it does not show us the shape of the earth, which is spherically round. Point number 2. As a map is represented on a flat surface, distortions do take place in a map. It is very difficult to show a spherical shape on a flat surface. Therefore, it is bound to happen. Distortions do take place on a map because the areas near North Pole and South Pole converge, and this convergence cannot be shown on a flat surface easily. Now we move to the next topic, that is types of maps. We have two types of maps in the book: large scale maps, small scale maps. We will see them one by one. Large scale maps. The maps in which a small area of the land is represented on a large space are called large scale maps. It shows a small area in details, for example, topographical map. Both natural and human-made features are shown in details with suitable colors and appropriate signs and symbols. The scale may be selected as 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer, which clearly shows the details. Small scale maps. A large area of the land is represented on a small space in small scale maps, for example, world maps and continent maps, where much details cannot be shown. Importance of maps. Point number 1. Maps provide a lot of information for planning of roads, residential complexes, factories and parks. Point number 2. Maps are useful to sailors, pilots, drivers, meteorologists, miner, and many other people. Point number 3. Strategies of defense services depend on the information provided by the maps. So, having seen all these points of importance of map, we can say map is an essential tool for many of us. Now we come to the topic sketch. Very often people give directions to a particular place by making a rough drawing to show the route. This drawing includes landmarks and names of streets to help locate the places easily. Such a rough drawing is called a sketch. Therefore, a sketch is a rough map drawn without a scale, without any conventional symbols. Directions and distances are not correctly represented, and detailed features are not shown on a sketch as on a map. Now we come to the topic plan. A map cannot show too many details of a small area. In such a case, one has to refer to a detailed drawings known as plans. A plan is a detailed drawing of a small area drawn on a very large scale based on actual measurements taken on the ground. For example, if you want to show the number and position of benches in your classroom, you will have to draw a plan of the room itself. As such, details cannot be shown on a map of your entire school. A plan shows a small area on a large scale, while a map shows a large area on a small scale.